Hello, welcome back to my channel. Now, you bear with me that study abroad can be really challenging for most international students, especially if you don't get good funding from the university you intend to pursue your further studies. And most of the case to students are not being considered for funding due to one of two reasons. And most of them too depends on the student itself, how they carry themselves during the application process to admission, scholarship, and whatever decision that the school has to make. If you don't put yourself in the right position, it will be really hard for the school to actually give you the offer that you're looking for or whatever scholarship you have applied for. I keep saying that searching for scholarship is like doing a marketing business. You always have to position yourself properly, else you wouldn't be considered for it. Nobody will buy a material from a market that is not well or properly advertised. So if you're looking for scholarship, you have to position yourself as such. And I've also said on countable occasion on this channel that it is not about your credentials alone. It is about how you carry yourself. It's about how you consider yourself in the application process, how you put your things together, starting with your statement of purpose, your CV, and then your recommendations too as well. Everything in the application process really counts. And trust me, it has a deep stage with the admission decision and then also the funding decisions too as well. So welcome back to my channel. Today, I want us to look at one of the ways that one can use, to get the best, if not the most out of all opportunities in the US in terms of school. I want to show you the surest way that you can be considered for funding. And one thing I want all of us to understand is that scholarship in the US, if it is not external, it is in two forms. It's either a graduate assistantship or a teaching assistantship. And with a graduate assistantship, it can be in administrative capacity, it can be a research assistant, or it can be any field, maybe campus employment. There's some entity within campus that is willing to employ you, and at the end they will pay for your tuition and give you monthly stipend too as well. So now let's look at how one can be considered for these fundings. They are hard to come by though, but they are also easy to come by if you put in the effort and then you pay attention to the strategies that I want to give out. First of all, one has to learn how to send cold email. It is very, very important. I keep saying that you don't rely solely or entirely on your probably your transcript or whatever or your outlook. Let me put it that way in the application process. You have to mount a lot of strategies. And one of the ways happens to do with cold emails. Yes, you have to learn how to send cold emails to, potential supervisors within the university you want to go. You have to also learn how to send cold emails to graduate coordinators. And then the email, you need to also show your competence. You need to explain certain things to them. It is not about, writing letter to your friend or whatever. It has to be catchy enough. It needs to also be on point. You have to come out with, deep things. Your competence, what you are capable of doing. Show it to them that, hey, you are this, you've read about this and that and that, and at the end, you are capable of doing this, and you would like to find out if there's any funding there for you. And then the other strategy is that the lecturer that probably you intend to send your email to, you can go to probably Google Scholar to read some of his articles. If it is not published on Google Scholar, you can find any source that his articles have been published or he has been publishing his articles, then read one or two of them. And then you try to see, sometimes you don't have to wait for someone to tell you that, hey, you've got to align your research interest to some of these professors. It is up to you to do that. It is also the best advice. You just have to try as much as possible you can to align some of your research interests or your area of interest to these professors so that when you send them an email, they will know that probably the two of you have the same way or you're on the same path. And then if there's a funding for his work or the work that he or she is doing, it can be research, it can be any other thing, because these lecturers receive grants day in and out for projects on campus. So it can be any other project at all that he is doing. And then he may like to take you as his or her personal assistant. And then At the end of the day, when your admission comes, you see your what? You see the funding letter to attach to it. And then the other way that you can use also, it's also by calling, your department or the graduate school itself. You can either send an email to your department or the graduate school itself about funding. It is not a crime to ask about funding. Yes, because I keep saying that you don't necessarily have to go to graduate school and be spending money on it. No, you don't have to go to graduate school and be paying huge sums of money for fees. No, graduate schools are being funded for. So if you intend to pursue your degree or your master's education, PhD or whatever, you should aim at funding too as well. You should aim at the things that will get you the funding. So think deeply about that, how you can send an email to your department and how you can also send an email to graduate school as well. It's very, very important. Ask them about funding. If probably if you can do it, you can ask them to connect you to other potential funding that is available within the university. Don't forget, there are a lot of funding all over campuses. Any school that you want to go, there are a lot of fundings all over. But the most important thing is about information. If you don't have information, you will always find it difficult to secure this and some of these fundings. Yeah. And the other thing is that you can actually visit most of the programs that the university have website. This is very, very key that people don't even take note of it. Much people are not even aware of it. The other thing, you can visit almost all the programs that the university is offering website, and you look at their graduate assistantship. Some of the program assistantship are many. They have a lot of assistantship for international students. So you can go to their website and then you just read and search there to see if you can find, some kind of, assistantship within that university or within that program. So I want to show you this. I want to use my school, for example. I'm currently studying Master of Science in Information System with focus in data analytics at East Tennessee State University. I had my first master's program from the Hong Kong Baptist University in Hong Kong, and I'm currently in the US pursuing another master's too as well. So I want to use my school, for example. Let's say you intend to come to East Tennessee State University. Let me share my screen and show you something. Yeah. So you intend to come to East Tennessee State University, and you have gotten admission without, let's say, funding, or you had a minimum funding that is not enough to cater for, your tuition, and it also gives you some kind of monthly subsidy, which we call a stipend. Yeah. So what you can do is that, let's say I want to go to some of the program websites. So let me go for engineering. Yeah, let me say I want to go to engineering website. So I will type www etsu.edu, etsu.edu/ maybe engineering. Yeah, maybe engineering. Let's see if it's gonna come. That's engineering. So Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Yeah, I have engineering website over here. So when you come here, you see this is engineering website at East Tennessee State University. So when you come to their website, you can see over here we have scholarships, right? For the engineering program alone, we have scholarship over here. So when you read through MSc, you see they have MSc in engineering, and then we have undergraduate in engineering. There are scholarships over here. You read through, to understand the kind of scholarship that they have. Then you can go to the MS engineering website. You can see over here, graduate and tuition scholarships. Okay, graduate and tuition scholarship at a master's program website. So you can just go there, and then they will show you how you can apply for this graduate, and then tuition scholarship. It is not necessarily, it is not necessarily that you are coming to read maybe my program, let's say Masters of Science in Information System, so you don't qualify for funding from engineering department. No, once you're coming to the school, you qualify for funding in any department at all. So these are one of the strategies that you can also use to secure funding, to study in the US. Yeah, to study in the US. Most of the funding are not feasible. There are others too that are easy. They are on the program website. You see about it. And if you qualify, you just have to put in the application and pray that you'll be considered for it. Yeah, but some of them too, they are hard to come by. These are one of the examples that I've just shown you. So if you apply to any school at all in the US, these are the things you should be looking out for. It's time consuming, but it's worth it at the end of the day. Imagine getting the opportunity to study in the US free of charge. Imagine, just imagine. You can think of it. I mean, it's not easy. School fees in the US is not easy. So if you're coming to US with funding, hey, you have everything. That is it. So you have to be serious with it, and then you keep searching. Yeah. And then the other thing that is common in every field is about follow-ups. Yeah, it's about follow-ups. If you put in an application, you shouldn't end there. Yeah, you shouldn't end there. You've got to follow up. If you send an email to professors of co, you shouldn't end there. You just have to keep following up, and at the end of the day, if there's funding, they will tell you, yeah. But searching for funding from other programs too is also helps. And then you can equally search for departments within the school. When you go to the school website, they are there, right? And then you visit each of the departments, and then you look at their funding, the fundings that they have for students, and you can apply to them. You just get your CV ready, your admission letter. If you have admission letter, you can be putting in application. GA's application, that's the graduate assistant position, or research assistant. Yeah. Well, my position, I'm currently serving as a research assistant within the university at the political science and then public administration. Yeah, that is where I'm having my position as a research assistant. So imagine I am an information system focused in data analytics, measure, but I am a research assistant at a political science and a public administration department. So you can actually see it is not the same department that I have my funding from. Yeah. So these are one of the ways that you can use to secure good scholarship in US. So thank you for having time for me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I will come your way once again with a lot of information about US. My channel basically deals with realities. That is what I want my followers to understand. Yes, my channel deals with realities. I won't come and be giving you abstract things or something like that. I want to give you the basis so that you can learn and do things on your own to secure good funding. That is what I want everybody to get. Yeah, because it's good to get such opportunity to study. Anything other than that, it will be really hard for you to survive in overseas. Yeah. So thank you for having time for me. See you on my next upload. Bye-bye.